Hi friends, it's Queen Alita. I'm back today with the prophetic message based on a couple of dreams that I've been having. I didn't check the dates, but I did have one last night / this morning, and the other one was probably weeks ago. Yeah, so welcome back to the channel. And if you are new, welcome. Just a quick disclaimer, if you're new, it's very important to note that not every prophetic message is meant for everyone. So if this message resonates with you and you're going through the same thing or whatever the case may be, please make sure that you take it to the Lord. Ask him to confirm it to you. Make sure that you're also able to hear him for yourself. He's willing to be in a relationship with you, and he's willing to answer your questions and to speak to you. So make sure that you're able to directly go to him and not just rely on others for prophecy. And I know that for some of you this word is confirmation of whatever God has been speaking to you about. But if you have any questions, again, take them to him. That relationship with him is the most important thing. So these dreams have been, I'm not going to go into detail. I'm just going to give you like a summary of what the dreams have been about, because they've been very similar in nature. But I had the one weeks ago, and I I started to notice certain things happening around me, and I went back to that dream and I was like, okay, this is what's happening. So in that dream, I was in the house, and I remember waking up because the window was open and someone was trying to come in, and I closed the window, and then I just had this vision within the dream, or I knew somehow, but I could see it, that this person was now upset with me for closing the window, and it was at night or early hours of the morning, and I could see him and a couple of others, probably 3 others, and they were outside, but outside the boundary wall, and they had these steel rods that they were going to use to break the wall down. And I know that I was trying to get, my family to call the emergency number, like 911 type of thing. And when we called, it was just like really slow. There was an ad, or there were whatever, those telephonic commercials, and you're like, wait, this is an emergency line. Why am I listening to commercials? Well, that's what it was. And yeah, we just the dream ended before anything happened, but I just remember the wall being kind of like broken down. Like I could see that they were just breaking that wall down, and the dream ended, and some strange things started to happen around the house. I was just like, wait, there is demonic activity, right? Just things that used to happen a long time ago, it all just seems so familiar. And in the dream, I had the sense that it was, everyone was younger. We were not in our current state in terms of age. So I knew that God was showing me some demonic activity or some kind of demon that had been in operation years ago. And I started to think about the things that I experienced, spiritually, and the things that we have overcome as a family. And I realized that, hey, these things are back, because of what was happening. Everything was too familiar. The same things that used to happen started to happen again. And I was like, no. Too many manifestations, too many weird things happening. So I took to prayer, did some warfare when I finally realized that this is not right. And everything just went back to normal. It all stopped. But something really major happened after that time of prayer. And I wasn't the only one who prayed. In my family, a couple of us prayed. But something really major happened on the same day that we prayed against this thing, that we, went into warfare. And I don't want to share it because it's so personal, but it was a direct manifestation of the prayers. This person who has been performing witchcraft on my family and myself, they were really, we could tell because something manifested out of them, and it was like, okay, well, the prayers did something, because this person is out of sorts and really I could see the anger, or I could sense the anger in this person. And before that, in the morning, when I had been thinking about that we need to pray, I got the sense that, you know, it's a very angry spirit. There's jealousy and anger. So that's what this person was displaying as we saw this kind of retaliation, because they no longer had the spiritual hold. Their witchcraft had been defeated. So fast forward to this morning / last night, I had another dream in which, again, with my family in the house, and people trying to break in. They were like outside in the yard trying to break in, and I just remember locking doors. And you know, we were all safe in the house, and again trying to call an emergency line, and again getting the same results, just commercials, like these telecommercials, whatever you call them. And I was like, what? So again, this morning I went into warfare, did what I needed to do, and you know, I have no doubt with the authority and the power that God has given me that, you know, we have nothing to worry about. But I know that the Lord wanted me to come on here and share this, because some of you are going through the same thing. You may be noticing that you are experiencing things that you experienced before in terms of just demonic activity. Things just feel so familiar. You've overcome this, and you've been good for however long it's been since you've overcome that particular spirit or those spirits. But all of a sudden, it's like these things are happening again. And there are people in your life who unfortunately keep resisting the call of the Lord, who keep not wanting to heed the Lord's warnings, because I know for a fact that these people have been warned, and they keep choosing to go the witchcraft route. They keep choosing to take the path of evil and wickedness. And you know, this is the choice that they've made, and unfortunately there's nothing we can do about the choices that they've made. All we can do is deal with the spiritual things that are happening, all that demonic activity, because we have power and we have authority. Jesus has given us that. So the Lord is saying to you today, exercise your authority. Whatever spirit it is, it comes from a place of jealousy. So I guess we can call it a spirit of jealousy, because there's a lot of anger. And as you go into warfare and you deal with the demonic activity, you will probably see the results of your warfare very quickly. I mean, for us, we did the prayers, and literally that same day we saw this person just have this outburst out of nowhere. And in my spirit, I just sense the Lord saying, this is as a result of their witchcraft not working. Okay, this is how spiritually, this is how deep these people are, that they immediately get the information that, hey, this is not happening. And I just found that so interesting. So just thinking about the dreams, and how in both dreams we were trying to call emergency services, some kind of help, the police, anybody, that wasn't working out. That almost seemed like such a dead end route to take. And I believe that the Lord is saying to us today that we have the power, we have the authority. He's given that to us. He has put that in us, and we don't need outside help. In fact, they're not going to be able to do anything for you. The sense I got in both dreams is that they just weren't able to help. They were just incompetent. It wasn't going to work. And so God is saying that He's given you authority. You know, use the word that He has given you. There are many scriptures in the Bible that you can use in warfare, and you know, just speak the words that come to you as you go into warfare, and deal with these spirits that are trying to come back, trying to manifest again and bring back the old curses and stuff. That's not your portion. And God is going to give you the heads up at every turn, just like He's given me the heads up. And in the dream that I had this morning, it felt like these people were coming. They were like surrounding the house, and they were coming to steal, right? And immediately I thought of John 10:10, which says, the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. And I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. That is Jesus speaking, okay? That is your portion, is to have life and have it to the full, have it in abundance. You are not to be struggling, okay? So just quickly nip things in the bud. These demons have no power. One prayer, one rebuke and they're gone. They are done. They are dealt with. Okay, we've had a lot of peace since dealing with you know, the demonic activity, and just getting the dream this morning, the Lord was warning that, hey, these people are still trying, so pray it away before it happens. So the dream was basically a warning of what was to come, or what the enemy was trying to do, and it doesn't have to come to pass. Some dreams the Lord gives us so that we can resist what the devil is trying to do, and it doesn't have to come to pass. And He will give you that knowledge and wisdom as you seek Him on each dream. Some dreams He gives you to show you that this thing is definitely going to happen, but I will be with you through it. I'm going to use it to refine you, whatever the case might be. But in this case, the Lord is saying, you don't need to go through this. You've been through this. You've overcome this. Deal with it. They're still trying. Nip it in the bud quickly, and it's done. I had to remind the enemy today that, you know, he was defeated at the cross of Calvary. When Jesus died on that cross, that was the moment of defeat for him. Okay, and he was made a public spectacle of, him and the entire kingdom of evil. And usually that does the trick. He's out of there like a squirming worm. So yeah, I'm just here to encourage you today to not be discouraged when you see these things happening, when you see familiar spirits trying to do the things that they used to do. Don't be defeated. Stand and take your authority. Like I said, it took one prayer. You know, I did it in unity with my family members, and that was it. You know, all that demonic activity stopped. So take your place. Do not let the enemy make you feel like they are more powerful because the things are manifesting again. No. They're definitely not. They're just trying. So make sure that you take your place, you take your stand, and you use your power and your authority as the Lord gave it to you. So that's today's word. I pray that it's blessed whoever's for, and I'll see you in the next video. Always remember that God is a good Father. He loves you so much because you, my friend, are so deeply special to Him.